Here's an idea I just had regarding ChatGPT and how you can make money from it, or at least you can expand your career horizons with ChatGPT. So basically, ChatGPT is a great engine and a great AI to generate content, to generate messages and communication. So basically, it allows you to reach out to more people, like strangers on the internet. And if you focus on your LinkedIn connections, then these are likely to be professional strangers, right? It's not just some random stranger on the internet. The people on your LinkedIn network, they are professionals, so they are somewhat serious, and there's a certain trustworthiness attached to someone who's using LinkedIn. And in any case, you can look at their profile so you know how credible and how trustworthy they are. So anyways, my point in this video is that you can and you should use ChatGPT to create messages that you can send to these LinkedIn connections in order to engage them. And what I mean by engaging is that it's not necessarily selling to them, even though, if you have a product or a service to sell, you should definitely do that. But engaging in the sense that you just talk to them. Because I find that on LinkedIn, very few people engage their connections. I have close to 17,000 connections on LinkedIn, and you know, most of them just send me uh, a cold sales message. They're pitching their services or sometimes their products, which is fine. I don't mind. But I think that, you know, whether or not you have a product to sell, you should engage with your LinkedIn connections or even with your Facebook friends. But on LinkedIn, it's more business. Facebook is more like for personal and social purposes. So as you use ChatGPT to create messages that you're sending to your LinkedIn connections, then you can engage in a conversation, and we never know where it's going to lead. So, for example, I can tell my LinkedIn connections that, hey, I'm really passionate about ChatGPT. If you want to talk, I would be happy to talk to you or chat with you through Facebook Messenger or LinkedIn Messenger. And you just share your interest. I have strong interest in calligraphy, for example, and just share videos and share your passions, and just inform your LinkedIn connections about what you're doing. And I think that writing such messages is very hard, uh, because a lot of people, number one, they don't know how to write that kind of message, that kind of social message, and number two, they feel that, I don't want to bother my LinkedIn connections. But look, you're not going to bother them. Chances are they're not getting messages from anybody else. So you're going to introduce some novelty into their lives. So you're going to add some value to their lives. But, the third challenge is that people don't have the time to write or craft an appropriate social message. So this is where ChatGPT can really help you. If I ask ChatGPT to write a quick message to share my passion for calligraphy with my LinkedIn connections, I'm sure it's going to come up with a very professional, a very impressive message, and therefore I would look great. I would look professional. So I'm covered on that end. But I can also ask ChatGPT to write about my very strong interest in artificial intelligence, in email marketing, and so on and so forth. So I would be creating a lot of social messages that I can send on LinkedIn. I just copy and paste. And, it's just a fun way to make things happen on LinkedIn and just start interesting conversations with LinkedIn connections. Because I suspect, I should really do a survey on this, but I suspect that most LinkedIn users don't see the potential for socializing on LinkedIn. And when I say socializing, I don't mean just, chatter and gossip. I mean, you're engaging in authentic conversations where you're sharing your passions, your interests, your opportunities, your resources with other people on LinkedIn. And, it's great to be able to help each other. And, without having to sell a product or service. Although if you have a product to sell, you should definitely do that, because you never know who might be needing your product or service. So anyways, this video has been about using ChatGPT to generate messages and content and communication so that you can engage with your LinkedIn connections and build relationships, one message at a time.